Yeah, this is Point Black. Coming in hard, knob the car. Coming with the flow straight to the barrio. And coming with the heat to the damn street. This is PDNN, Point Black. National News. The late and the great edition. And the ghetto edition as well. With the facts, crackbacks, and the boom bit to their lying ass lips. You know what I'm saying? We represent the SUN, not the SON. Let's get that straight. This is how we do. Now today we going in on a little facts with them, you know what I'm saying? Seeing what's going on out there in the world as usual. But we're gonna recap some of these joints based on this whole ideology of what's going on and so forth. Therefore, you know what I'm saying? Because nobody have time to be playing with them. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Nobody have time to be playing. You know what I'm saying? As we see. What is going on here, buddy? We're gonna black you out. We're gonna black you out. Good job, now. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's here playing with them. So we have to make them understand where we coming from. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep it like that, whether they like it or not. Now we see today where we got a joint come up on the screen from the AP, the Associated Press, where they're looking at the lag in slavery reparations from the U.S. Jesuits, you know, Eeks or whatever they call it, descendants. You know what I'm saying? But they need to give it to all black people, especially, you know, the West Indians and so forth, and many other in the West Indian hemisphere, or what they call the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those are descendants of slaves as well. And if they wasn't, they were there before them, and they brought in slavery upon their head. So don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The Jesuits need to pay up for all. You know what I'm saying? For all. And even having any involvement in it in the first place. Last year, the U.S. branch of Jesuits pledged to raise $100 million. As we see, $100 million, you know what I'm saying, to, um, I guess, $100 million for reconciliation incentives in partnership with the descendants of people who were once enslaved by the Catholic order. On Tuesday, you know what I'm saying, the leaders of those, you know what I'm saying, Catholic order on Tuesday of those descendants expressed deep dissatisfaction with the order lack of progress since then. Joseph Stewart, in a publicly released letter to the head of the order, of the order, notice the order, you know what I'm saying, of the order, you know what I'm saying, contends the Jesuits have failed to uphold their side of the partnership with the urgency the circumstances demands. Stewart and other descendants are in uh, prog- progency, or whatever they want to call it, progency or whatever, of 272 enslaved men, women, and children sold in 1838 by the Jesuit owners of Georgetown University, to Louisiana plantation owners to pay off their school debts. To pay off their school debts. You see what I'm saying? So they went and got slaves and sold them off to Georgetown University, sold it to Louisiana plantation owners to pay off their school debts. Imagine that. Mm, 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 mm. So you want to enslave my people to pay your school debts, but yet still you talking about Georgetown University. I don't follow that garbage. I don't follow none of them universities because they all were doing the same shit. Don't give me that bullshit. And at one time, you probably was the church also. Talking about Georgetown University. Get out of my face. You know what I'm saying? The Jesuits are in a state of disillusion, Stewart wrote, warning of the warning of the possible disintegration, you know what I'm saying, of partnership between the Jesuit Confederates at Confed no, no, the Jesuit Conference of Canada and the United States, and the GU 272 um, descendants associated with which represents those whose ancestors were sold. If the partnership falls apart, the Jesuit leaders of today will effectively betray the descendants today, just just the same to me. They will, they will, they will. They will betray the ancestors, and they definitely will. So they would grow. Jesuits will attempt to put reconciliation back on the shelf for another 200 years. Yeah, because that's what they intend to do. You think they're gonna own up to the slave master bullshit and superiority complex garbage? Hmm? That Luciferian heart. Don't give me that bull. So don't expect them to uphold anything. It's good talk, but action speaks louder than words. And the church, you call a church, or whoever you call it to, ain't no church when you're selling human beings. What God told you to do that? The book you wrote in 1935, a Bible, the so-called Bible you wrote in 1935, just like the Quran was written in 1935, probably also. It's talking about BC and ECD, and BC, and that book was written not too long ago. Let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? So the Pope ain't that old. And the church ain't that old. You are invaders of that land and also the Vatican. So don't give me that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And you know it. You know what I'm saying? That was African land that you came in and took over. That's why there's so many black paintings and stuff all underneath and all over. That was the Etruscans also was there before them. Their partnership and joint creation of the descendants, True Reconciliation Foundation was announced in March 2021. The Jesuit pledged to raise $1 million. That's not enough within 5 years. And within 5 years, with a border with a broader goal of reaching 1 billion from an array of donors. Yeah, who? The crooked seam suckers did the bullshit talking about some superiority complex. You know what I'm saying? You garbage. You did the same thing to your own people when we really look at this. The money would pay for education opportunities for current and future descendants, and the foundation would oversee fundraising and uh, grant grants allocations. You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking for them to do this because action speaks louder than words. When we talk about it, everything is talk. It sounds good, sounds real good. While the demon Democrats need to pay up more than that. The crazy behind her, they talking about some motherfucking slavery. Bitch, please. You a slave in itself. So what you talking about? Squad members, rake in rental income as they push nationwide rent consideration. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? This is by Andrew Kerr, investigative reporter. You know what I'm saying? August 15, 2022, 12:58 p.m. I guess Eastern Standard Time. You know what I mean? Two members of the squad. What squad? How the fuck they got a squad? These fucking idiots. About a squad. Yes, devil worshippers and slave masters' descendants, probably. Two members of the squad, the progressive house lawmakers. They're not no progressive, nor are they lawmakers of any kind. They are in there to cause garbage, doing garbage, been doing garbage, and still doing garbage. You know what I'm saying? They let any fucking body in our government and think that it's a big fucking joke while they sit up in there and do shit. You know what I'm saying? Talking about house lawmakers rake in tens of thousands of dollars in rental income in 2021 while leveraging their power of members of Congress in an attempt to cancel rent mortgage payments nationwide. Imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Representative Rashida, listen to the name, Rashida Tlaib, Demon Democrat of Michigan. Put her in there. Get her out. Do not re-elect that fool. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about no Democrat. Demon fucking crap. Demon Democrat collected up to 50,000 in rent income in 2021 while everybody was weeping and wailing and gnashing their teeth by the demon democratical cheated ass election and government administration forcing garbage into the people. From her Detroit property. You know what I'm saying? Properties. Not one, properties, according to her financial disclosure filed Friday. And Representative, it looks like Ayanna Presley, another demon, blood sucking demon, crab, mockery, every fucking thing, demon craft, a demon Democrat, listen to this, rate in up to a combined 117 117,500 in rent income from her four properties in Boston in 2021. Her financial disclosure on Saturday show. Yeah, while she's sitting up there doing all this garbage and these people are drinking all the dough, boy, everybody else's thing, and they get up in our government and they making all this money, getting all this good shit. What are we getting a kick in the ass? Both Tlaib and Presley co-sponsored legislation introduced in March 2021 by the Representative Ayanna Omar Domas, a demon Democrat, blood-sucking demon crab of whatever Michigan or wherever the hell she come from, or wherever she thinks she came from. She needs to go back where she came from. Because you're letting all kind of garbage ass people in our government and they're doing nothing but garbage shit. We must clean this out. Americans must stand up now and stop playing around. You have let every foreigner come in here by the way of the demon Democrats and their demon crab Baphomet garbage. And you're allowing them to destroy our country and even drive us into a nuclear war. While these fools come from where they come from and get themselves up in our government through their influence in their slave master garbage. That would have suspended rental. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That would she read on March introduced and March 2020 by Representative Ayanna Nutcase, you know what I'm saying, in her bomb stupid ass, you know what I'm saying, that would have suspended residential mortgage and rent payments nationwide during the COVID emergency. There was what emergency? What emergency are you talking about? What emergency? Okay, and would have forgiven all unpaid rental mortgages debts occurred from March to April while her pockets being filled up. So what happened to the people who own them properties that were renting? It was so that was depending on that money to come in from their rental investment. They're gonna lose all that while she raking the Dubai, and she ain't even from this country. How is you electing these people? You know what I'm saying? Five other demon Democratic, demon blood-sucking Baphomet idiot co-sponsored of Omar rent and mortgage reconciliation bill also reported earning rental income during 2021 financial disclosure reviewed by the Washington Examiner. You know what I'm saying? During COVID remained a public health emergency, yet in your fucking brain, as far as I see, in the eyes of the federal government and Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra, however, most recently renewed his determination that COVID-19 constitutes con, constitutes, a public health. Yeah, in his brain on July 15, Presley tweeted in December 2021 that evictions during the COVID-19 pandemic were acts of violence. How they were acts of violence? You disrupt the whole flotation, and you also, as demon Democrats, raise the rent here in New York sky high so poor people could die. Get out of my face. And that canceling rent and mortgage payment was a matter of a public health safety. How the fuck is that a part of public health safety when you the one caused the public health safety in the first place? So you was to pay their rent for them and also make sure that you pay it up to par. Not talking about some rewrap your mother scorn. I don't want to hear that bullshit. We gotta clean it out to do here, American people. You need to wake up. You know what I'm saying? When we look at this shit, you know what I'm saying? Now we see another one coming up saying Muhammad Ali had white ancestry, which defined his fight. No, he had black ancestry also. That's what defined his quality of fighting. You know what I'm saying? Whether he had white ancestry or not, you raped the black woman in many ways. You raped the gods of the planet, your original construct. So don't give me that bullshit story. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that garbage. How many of us got our parents got the coonery and shit, raping the women and all kinds of garbage you doing up to this day. Jim Jordan said 14 FBI agents or whatever, whistleblowers, have come forward. It's about time. This is coming by Daniel. You know what I'm saying? Daniel, deputy news editor. You know what I'm saying? Coming on in 2022, 8 something AM. Remember, this is a late edition. As the more than a dozen FBI whistleblowers